22nd anniversary of the Outstanding 50 Asian Americans in Business Award Gala. Congratulations to our honorees. We're delighted that you're here today. I was a winner in 2017, and I can tell you, I know what it feels like, and I'm so excited and happy for you and your family, your friends, everyone who's here to support you. Please meet Paul Ramsey and the band that's given you such great jazz. And please, can we welcome a couple of key people who are here today? Deputy Assistant to the President on AAPI Affairs, Erica Modritsugu. Where are you, Erica? President, CEO, and Commissioner of Empire State Development, Hope Knight. Ivan Chu, State Senator. And Xipeng Li, the Deputy Consul General at the New York Consulate of the People's Republic of China. Lisa Hofflich, the Senior Advisor to Senator Gillibrand. Thank you all for being here, each and every one of you, for recognizing the importance of this event and being part of our allyship community. I really want to give a shout out to all of you in the room who have helped support the person who's being recognized here today. They couldn't do it without you, and I really hope that you're going to continue this support through their career and continue to be a catalyst for future winners in the years to come. But today, we wouldn't have been here if one person didn't have an idea, a vision. So John, can we have you on stage, please? The AABDC founder, John Wong, everybody. Thank you. So John never talks about himself. And I thought today, of all days, I'm going to make him talk about himself. And I asked him this question: how many of you in the room were not born in the United States? So John, how come you ended up here?
Well, you know, I was born in Taiwan. I came here when I was 17 years old in 1965 to join my mother and brother. And then soon I turned 18, then I was drafted, so I decided to go into the Air Force. And after basic training, they sent me to England, and then I became an aircraft mechanic, believe it or not, for the next 3 years.
What I was trying to get at was, John, you saw a gap. You were out and about, and you weren't really seeing people like you or me recognized.
Right?
Right?
Well, you know, after I came back from the Air Force, I discharged, then, you know, I finished school at Queens College, and I work at the New York City Planning Commission and doing research in economic development. And since then, I have been involved in economic development.
So, ladies and gentlemen, from one man's vision to this event, bringing this group of people, recognizing 50 plus of many of us here today. Let's hear from John.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Sonali. Well, I founded AABDC in 1994 because I wanted to find a way to recognize Asian American who have done so much and making so much contribution to the general economy. And at the same time, I wanted to be able to identify and bring resources to many of the Asian American professionals, small business, corporate executives, and to help them to develop their career. And then, so I founded the Asian American Business Development Center in 1994, and for the purpose of supporting Asian American entrepreneurs and business as well as corporate professionals. And so since then that we have, well, this tonight I guess is the 22nd time that we have hosted this Asian American, Outstanding 50 Asian American Business Award. And then that we are, over the last 22 years, we have honored over 1,100, Asian American entrepreneurs, corporate professionals, and the executives. And so we're so pleased that, we're able to reach out to so many outstanding Asian Americans. So the title of our award is Outstanding 50 and the Pinnacle. And I believe they are really very descriptive of the caliber of the people who are here tonight. Our Pinnacle Award honoree this year is Raj Subramanian, and the President and CEO of FedEx, one of the most recognized brands in America. And you will hear more from him a little later on. And we're so glad that we're able to induct him to our roster of distinguished Asian Americans who have reached the apex of the industry. This year's celebration is also unique because we have introduced a new category of Lifetime Achievement Award to honor the late Sir Ivan Menezes, CEO of Diageo PLC, who passed away in June. Born in India, Ivan was one of Britain's longest-serving and most respected chief executive, transforming Diageo into a world's leading premium drinks company. Diageo, of course, has been a committed supporter of AABDC, and it has been the sponsor of the Outstanding 50 for many years, as well as our other program. And for his leadership legacy that we well want to honor Ivan, and the memory was our first Lifetime Achievement Award. So there were, of course, many distinguished guests here in this room. And at the risk of missing any one of you, I wanted just to extend a warm welcome to you all. I see that many of you have invited your colleagues, family, and friends and for this celebration. I think this certainly is appropriate, and because our success is always been supported by the people who are around us. So the Outstanding 50 Asian American Business Award program is our signature program and the most anticipated event each year. Today, of course, I mentioned we have honored over 1,100 people on this award. Every year when I made this remark, and there's a trending topic. So for this year and going into 2024, it's the future of diversity, equity, and inclusion policy in corporate America. No doubt you have all aware of the attack recently on the DEI, following the Supreme Court's decision in dismantling the affirmative action in university admission. Some observers have referred to this as diversity ditching, where some companies are using this opportunity to undo long-standing achievement on hiring and improving the gender and the ethnic diversity. So at AABDC, our community partner in the African American Latino community, we are seeing a slowdown in support for DEI. And we feel that this is an existential threat to the progress that we have been making in the societal equity and the business success. We believe so strongly in this that I recently co-authored an article with Michael Garner of 100 Black Men and Marcela Miguel Berlin of Latin Insight to argue that DEI is not just important, but it's good for America's future. One driver is that by 2050, which is within the generation that many of you will live through, the US population will be a majority of minorities. As the white non-Hispanic demographic slipped to 46% in 2050 from 65% in 2010. So I've been referring to this majority of minority as a new majority. Looking across this room, I can see future members of the new majority, but it's not just a matter of numbers and percentage. We believe that this inevitable trend positions a challenge for America's economy and business. We all want this country to succeed on the global stage, and ensuring that talent is not just well-trained, but also inclusive, contributing to diverse know-how and the cultural perspective that will position America's future-proof. So in 2024, AABDC is making the topic of DEI and the corporate America the main topic of our annual Asian American Business Roundtable. This is our premier forum for our supporters, our members, and award winners to use this platform to voice issues of important to corporate America. So we will be sharing more information with you, and any of you interested or your company interested in supporting this event, please get in touch with me. So finally, I would like to also thank the sponsor for their generous support for this event. And because without their support, we could not, have the ability to organize this. And I want you to take a look on both sides of the stage, and our sponsors, their logos and name appear on that. And I hope you can join me in the round of applause for our sponsors. I also want to express my gratitude to members of the dinner committee who have done so much in making this event possible. And they are Sarah Abusey of Accenture Federal Services, Xavier Chan of Mass Mutual Metro, Joyce Chan of JP Morgan Chase, James Kalani Lee of Google, Eric Louis of HCG Global Partners, Cynthia Chen, Independent Strategic Advisors, Michael Chan of Chan Associates, Charlotte Sherwood, Independent Board Member and Advisor, Bob Miglani of Hood Myopia Care, and Kamesh Nagarajan of Morgan Stanley. Thank you so much. And then many of you interacted with our AABD's, our event partners and organizers and volunteers, and so they have done a good job, I hope you think, and so please join me in the round of applause to thank them. Lastly, then, thank you for listening and for participating and for being here tonight. And I hope that you enjoy every moment of it, and this is your night, and thank you very much.
Good evening, y'all. Aloha. My name is Erica Moritsugu. As Sonali said, I'm Deputy Assistant to President Joe Biden, and I serve as the White House's Senior Liaison to the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities. It is a great honor to join you again for the 2023 Outstanding 50 Asian Americans in Business Awards Gala Dinner. Thank you to John for inviting me to celebrate Pinnacle awardee Raj Subramaniam, President and CEO of FedEx Corporation, and the Lifetime Leadership Award posthumously awarded to Sir Ivan Manuel Menezes. May his memory be a blessing, Chief Executive Officer of Diageo. All of tonight's awardees and all of you are leaders who drive the economy of our great nation. As President Biden said at this year's Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month at the White House, he said, quote, "Across America, we see the community give life to our cities, our small towns, our rural communities in every part of America. You know, together you embody the truth that our diversity is our strength as a nation. And that's not hyperbole." This is his words. That's a fact. That's why we rebuild our economy, invest in America. We're including this time all Americans. And today, the Biden-Harris administration is the most diverse government in history. We've nominated 72 Asian American or Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander candidates to serve in senior positions throughout the administration, and 14% of presidential appointees identify as Asian American or Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander. And I'm very proud to be one of them. Since the last Outstanding 50, we've continued the momentum to sprint forward toward a brighter future for our community and the economy. As you all know, President Biden and Vice President Harris came into office determined to rebuild the economy, even as they faced immediate economic and public health crises with a raging pandemic, elevated unemployment, snarled supply chains, and hundreds of thousands of small businesses at risk of shuttering. The President and Vice President understood that it wouldn't be enough to simply go back to the economy we had before the pandemic. President Biden believes that the best way to grow the economy is to grow the middle class, many of our roots, or what we aspired to be, and now look at us. He took office with a theory and a plan to move from trickle-down economics to what we now know as Bidenomics. We didn't make that up, somebody else did, but we'll use it. The United States has seen the strongest growth since the pandemic of any leading economy. We added 13.5 million jobs, including 800,000 manufacturing jobs. Unemployment fell by 4% by the end of the president's first year in office, beating expectations by 4 years, and has stayed there for the longest stretch in 50 years. 10.5 million applications for new small business in 2021 and 2022. That's the strongest 2 years on record. And inflation is down 60% since last year. Bidenomics is about building the economy from the middle out and the bottom up by making 3 fundamental changes from where we've been. First, making smart investments in America, educating and empowering workers, and really investing and empowering our small businesses. So first, we're making smart investments in America. We're rebuilding America's crumbling infrastructure with 35,000 projects already funded and requiring construction materials used in federal infrastructure projects to be made in America. We're promoting domestic production of semiconductors, batteries, electric cars, and clean energy with $490 billion in private investment already committed, while reducing carbon emissions and clean energy costs. We're powering a resurgence in American manufacturing. Construction of manufacturing facilities in the United States has grown nearly 100% in 2 years. We're ensuring that workers can get the education and training they need to get good paying jobs, including jobs that don't require a 4-year degree. And we're working to make it easier to join a union and reverse the 40-year decline in unionization. We're also, thirdly, promoting competition to lower costs and help small businesses, and providing support and capital for our entrepreneurs, who are the engines of our economy, but also the lifeline of our communities and neighborhoods. Bidenomics is proving that we can invest in the American people while reducing the deficit. The deficit fell by $1.7 trillion during the president's first 2 years in office, and that's a record. The new laws that thank you. Chung, thank you. The new laws that President Biden has signed will cut the deficit more than an additional $1 trillion over 10 years. Bidenomics is about the future, but it's rooted in what's always worked best in our country. When we invest in our people and strengthen the middle class, we see economic growth that benefits all Americans in all of America. And for sure, we have more work to do. Bidenomics is also, though, delivering for the American people, including Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander communities. During the Biden-Harris administration, we lowered the unemployment rates for Asian Americans to pre-pandemic levels and achieved the highest Asian American employment rate since 2008. We've increased Asian American and Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander enrollment in healthcare.gov coverage by about 100,000 from 2020 to 2022. We lifted 18,000 AN and HPI children out of poverty through the Thrifty Food Plan. The number of Asian American-owned businesses increased by 18% compared to pre-pandemic. And we began reversing decades of infrastructure disinvestment in communities of color, including with $4 billion to reconnect communities that were previously cut off from economic opportunities by transportation infrastructure, and to help advance transportation projects in disadvantaged or underserved communities. We began closing the digital divide for communities of color with funding and a commitment to connect every person in America to reliable, affordable, high-speed internet by 2030. We've also expanded access to health care and disability benefits, reduced homelessness, and achieved historic unemployment rates for veterans, including for the nearly 400,000 proud men and women, Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islanders who have served our nation. President Biden always says the following about his leadership. Well, it's not about his leadership, it's about his administration. And he says, quote, "We are a country of opportunities. We need to keep an open door of opportunities. We need to remember that diversity is our strength. We have to find a way forward. We need to remember that the promise of America is big enough for everyone to succeed." So when I look around this room, If you look around today, this is the beauty of the United States of America. This room is the picture of the face of American success. We are the land of opportunity, the land of hope, the land where its strength comes from the diversity of its people. Now, having been in corporate myself and meeting with private sector leaders and workers from all over the country as a Senate aide and now as an administration official, I know that many of you may sometimes be the only person of color on your team or in a room or in a meeting. But I want you to know that your personal and cultural experiences only enhance the greatness of our great nation. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being the strength and catalyst of the greatness of the United States of America. Our first Asian American Vice President of the United States of America, Vice President Kamala Harris. When she was addressing an audience of 3,000 Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders at this year's Heritage Month, she said, quote, "You may find when you walk into a room that you are the only one who looks like you or has your lived experiences." She went on to say that my message is walk in with your chin up, shoulders back, knowing that you are representing the voices of so many people who are proud that you're in that room. We are all in that room with you. You're not walking into that room alone. So that's the end of her quote. To you, I would say mahalo nui loa for allowing me to share this space with you, for giving me the opportunity to remind you that you're not alone, and I for sure don't feel alone when I'm here in this room with you. Congratulations to all of the awardees, and I wish you all a wonderful evening and celebration.
This is an amazing room, an amazing event every year, and I forget how amazing it is. John Wang had a dream 22 years ago to take the Asian community and lift it. I don't know what it looked like 22 years ago, but when I was an awardee in 2012, it looked very different. And now I look at this room and I think almost all of the great companies continue to be a participant in this. And this is a great thing to take and go back on and keep coming back. And we see the awardees, you know, I remember in 2012, there weren't as many CEOs that were coming out of the Asian community, and from my heart, the Indian community. And now it feels like every week there's an Asian community CEO being made. So congratulations to everyone and to the dream. And now to Raj. I think the bio speaks for itself. Everything I'm about to say, Caitlin made me write down and say. So to the FedEx table, whose support, to Caitlin, thank you. So Raj, you know, when we look at the history, and which is what's amazing, there's things that come across. Again, you can see his bio, president, CEO at FedEx. But here's something else. He spent 32 years at FedEx. He's the second CEO at FedEx, and really the first post the founder. When we think of what that is and how that amazing it is and how we are embracing the Asian American community, think about it. A founder at FedEx, Raj is the first non-founder CEO at FedEx. Incredible. To my heart, he grew up playing tennis and cricket. I think cricket was the first love. I don't know that much about cricket, so that's the ABCD in me, we call it board here, but tennis in my heart. He went to Syracuse for his master's. I went to Syracuse for my law school, so I'm trying to draw in, you know, the things that I can aspire to. And here's a line in the bio that got to me, and again, for our room. Originally from Trivandrum, India, Subramaniam lives in Memphis, Tennessee. I just want that to sink in and say, again, what an amazing story. Outside of that, he's on the board of Procter & Gamble. We all know FedEx. On the way here, I saw 7 FedEx trucks. I won't tell you how many of the competitors I saw. And again, an amazing story. Started out, at IIT India. Again, my connection to IIT is my cousin who's an awardee. His dad was a professor there. I didn't go to IIT. But again, an amazing, amazing moment. John told me I had 8 or 9 minutes for this, but I'll make it shorter. We embrace the community, and I hope you all will listen to our Pinnacle awardee tonight, an amazing and incredible story from an iconic American and global name, Raj Subramaniam from FedEx. Congratulations.
Thank you again for the warm welcome, and thank you again for the tremendous honor. I'm very grateful to the members of the Center for all you do to advance equality and progress for Asian Americans in business. You all have had an incredible impact over the years, building bridges to overcome divisions, fostering dialogue, promoting partnership, and joining leaders in collective advocacy and action. Thank you for exemplifying the power of connection and community. I admire the work that you do, and I am indeed honored to accept the Pinnacle Award today. Looking back, I knew at a very young age that I wanted to make an impact beyond the borders and boundaries set for an Indian boy like myself. After attaining my undergraduate degree in India, I came to the US on a scholarship with only $2 in my pocket, in the hope of broadening my opportunities and perspective. 2 master's degrees later, and in the midst of a recession, I landed a job at FedEx. They took a chance on me then, a recent grad, no work experience, and no green card, because they believed I had what they needed. It was that simple to the hiring managers. It was something that so many other companies at that time could not or would not do. And the rest, as they say, is history. Yet the most important piece of the journey that led me to where I am here today and why I chose to stay at FedEx over the past 30 years, the answer to that is pretty simple. It's the people. Team FedEx has made me the leader I am today, and it is my sincere privilege to work with them and learn from them every single day. And so, with that, I would like to dedicate this award to the 530,000 global team members of FedEx. This honor is ultimately, yes, let's give it applause to the 530,000 team members of FedEx. This honor is ultimately a tribute to their ingenuity, teamwork, and commitment to excellence. While FedEx is in the business of logistics, the core of who we are and what we do is similar to that of the center here. In fact, FedEx was founded on its one essential purpose: to connect people and possibilities around the world. With operations in more than 220 countries, we're not only connecting businesses and customers, but also uniting humanity to advance hope, opportunity, and change. Becoming only the second CEO in the 50-year history of FedEx is indeed a great honor, but it comes with great responsibility. Every day, in every corner of the world, FedEx is connecting communities, moving goods, and providing services that power the global economy. Yet in the past few years, it has become abundantly clear that our purpose is far greater than delivering packages. Our philosophy is pretty clear. If your neighbor's house is on fire and you're the one with the fire hose, you're going to run to hell. During the pandemic, FedEx worked tirelessly to ensure governments, international relief organizations, and customers could get critical supplies and vaccines to those who needed it most. When India faced a humanitarian crisis as COVID infections surged in early 2021, we moved through our network more than 100,000 oxygen concentrators. We donated 3 Boeing 777Fs to charter PPEs and other critical supplies. Just last month, FedEx moved quickly to support those in need in the aftermath of the tragic fires in Hawaii. With our partner, World Central Kitchen, we delivered communication equipment, tents, and cooking supplies to provide more than 70,000 hot meals to date to first responders and displaced residents. Most recently, our humanitarian efforts extended to those who were impacted by Hurricane Idala as well. FedEx has always been a company of action, and we remain committed to finding solutions that go beyond business and benefit all of humanity. I know that in many ways, the members of the Asian American Business Development Center are doing the very same. I believe this is our greatest responsibility as leaders and citizens of this world. At a time of immense divide, economically, socially, and culturally, connection is more important than ever. We need strong leaders who can bring people together to catalyze solutions to the most pressing challenges the world faces. No matter our industries, ideals, or cause, we can all commit ourselves to the greater good, to finding a purpose and leading with purpose, to closing chasms that separate us and acting collectively for a better world. There's a saying that our actions run as causes, they come back to us as effects. May our cause always be forging connections, and the effect, a more hopeful, brighter, and united future for all. Thank you again for this great honor and the important work that you all do. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Are you having a good evening this evening? Yes. And if you are asking, how is an Indian guy named Bob? Come up to me afterwards and I'll tell you the whole story. I'm delighted to be with you as a member of the board. I welcome you. There are moments in your life where you will be stuck. You will look at the future and feel uncertainty and chaos. You will get stressed and anxiety because you're not going to know which direction to go. I have been in your shoes, and I can share with you 3 powerful lessons. Would you like to hear them? Say yes. First, there is no such thing as perfection. Perfection is an illusion of our mind trying to bring order to a life that has none. Nothing is perfect. 2, you have very little control. The only control you really have is your words, your thoughts, and your action. And 3rd, always keep moving forward, my friends. Always, always keep moving forward. Through the pain, the challenges, and the uncertainty. And the reason is because that is where you're going to find the greatest source of growth, opportunity, and prosperity. I share this story with you today because today we lost a very important and powerful member and supporter of our community, Sir Ivan Menezes. Ivan embodied these key principles. He built a very strong company, Diageo, over the last 30 years. He built a wonderful family. He had colleagues that he supported, thousands all over the world. And he had something to do with a very important, iconic brand called Johnnie Walker. Who knows about the Keep Walking campaign? Yes, yes. Every time you have a sip of Johnnie Walker, I want you to remember, always keep moving forward. Tonight, we're here to celebrate Ivan and to honor his memory and his commitment to our community by giving him and Diageo a Lifetime Achievement Award. We are so grateful for Diageo as a sponsor and a partner of the Asian American Business Development Center, and we're delighted as a member of the board with John and others to say thank you to Diageo for being a supporter of our community, and really grateful for Ivan for his support over the decades. To receive the award posthumously, we have from Diageo, Janine Dooley. Janine, we give you this award, and please join me in thanking Diageo for this opportunity.
I am so honored to be accepting this award on behalf of Ivan in his memory. As you just heard, Ivan was a humble and passionate leader who drove incredible performance for Diageo. Ivan was just as passionate about driving inclusion and diversity and believed it contributed to our performance. Ivan was so dedicated to his Asian community and his fellow colleagues. I'm here tonight with so many of my beloved colleagues. All of us had so many opportunities to engage with Ivan over the years. He was an incredible ally across Diageo and created the space for all of us to feel we belong. I truly believe Ivan is now our spirit in the sky. On behalf of my 28,000 Diageo colleagues around the world, thank you for honoring our leader and our friend, Sir Ivan.
All right, folks, the recipients of the 2023 Outstanding 50 Asian Americans in Business Awards are Romy Basil from Bloomberg LP, Krishna Bhagavatula from the National Basketball Association, Sarita Chakravarti from Selective Insurance Company of America, Oliver Chen from TD Cohen, Edward Flores from the DWS Group, Julia Gao from Piermont Bank, Lan Guan from Accenture, Seshadri Guha from Tada Cognitive Solutions, Lorraine Chow Hansen from JP Morgan Chase, Harish Hemige from BCG Federal Corporation, Amy Hu from New York Life Insurance, Edwin Josue from Brown Harris Stevens, Jayant Keram from Diageo North America, Monica Hyun Kim from Deutsche Bank, Ron Kim from Merck, Jackson Koo from Con Edison, Ashley Lam from BNP Paribas, Jerry Lee from 400 Capital Management, Godfrey Lee from Lee & Meow PLLC, Renu Liddle from Target Corporation, James Long from MD Land International Corp, Curtis Liu from FTI Consulting, Chandra Dev Mehta from Honeywell International, Carol Lee Mitchell from Bank of America, Mahveen Mohyuddin from LVMH Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton, Shakir Moin from the Coca-Cola Company, Ken Myers from Fenwick & West LLP, Christopher Nguyen from Deloitte LLP, Eddie Nee from the Windfall Group, Milind Pant from the Amway Corporation, Vartika Srivastava Prasad from PwC, Parth Raval from PepsiCo Foods North America, Soena Sani from US Taxes Inc., Payal Sani Becher from Pfizer, Alexander Philip Seaway Shushman from Colgate Palmolive, Abhishek Shankar from Tech Mahindra Americas, Abra Sharif from Turner Construction Company, Sandeep R. Singh from Macy's, Steve Suknanan from Stop & Shop, John Sun from Novartis, Jeremy Tran from Gold House, Francis West from Francis West & Co. For Jeff Wong, Yue Zhang will accept. David Wu from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, Calvin Zhu from Compass, Christopher Yu from US Bank, Xu Zhang from Citi Personal Banking and Wealth Management, Ying Chao YZ Zhang from AYR Inc., Christine Y. Zhao from Wisdom Advisory LLC.
Good evening everyone, and a heartfelt congratulations to all the award recipients and their families. I stand by you today to discuss an ongoing aspiration that originated from a dream. This dream was born out of a desire to forge a collective vision for young professionals like myself. It was a dream aimed at breaking free the demographical barriers and actively contributing to the land of boundless opportunities. I'm here to introduce the Young Professional Leadership Program. Can we have a big round of applause for all these young professionals in the house? The inaugural class of YPLP assembled 6 remarkable, accomplished, self-driven individuals who took the lead in igniting a passion for leadership through corporate America. The class of 2023 comprises 5 equally motivated, intelligent, and dynamic individuals, all who radiate enthusiasm. And they are here with us today. I'd like to call out their names. Amini Khanna, Senior Segment Strategy Manager at Target. Shin Peng, Accounting Manager at MGM National Harbor. Brenda Kaur, Digital Activation Manager at the Coca-Cola Company. Desiree Villaraza, Manager, Digital Business Analyst at Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. And last but not the least, Veena Mendoza, a Manager at Accenture. Can we have a big round of applause for them? I encourage all of you to connect with them and offer your congratulations. I think at the end of the day, we are looking for one thing. And I personally am looking for one thing from all of you. Today is a big night of celebration for a lot of you over here. But we need all of you to support. We need all of you to step in. And we need all of you to motivate all these young professionals who are trying to find their own career paths. And this program, YPLP, was designed just for that. We're trying to create like future classes of Outstanding 50, and we need all of you to step in and support. If this is something that you're interested in, if this is something that excites you, please let John Wong or myself know, and we'd love to partner with you. I extend my gratitude to all the partners who have actively been helping us and giving their time and all the resources and all the support and motivation to make YPLP successful. Lastly, I want to involve and invite David Young, my friend and an upcoming executive from Con Edison and from the class of 2023, the Young Professional Leadership Program.
Thank you, Rohan. I love the attention over here. Love it. So I just want to say it's a privilege for me to have been selected to the YPLP last year. And I'm honored to speak to you all today about the tremendous benefit I had received from this program. This program has helped me create a mindset of growth, emphasize the importance of network, and seizing the opportunity that's presented to you. And right now, I feel like this is the opportunity for me to seize with this network over here to ask the question, is anyone hiring? I sit right there, table 64. So how this program works is based on the guidance of remarkable individuals such like yourself. We have speakers from Fortune 100 companies describing their career journeys, guiding us young professionals on what worked and what didn't. Their sessions were very informative and impactful. And I just want to share some of my experience. During the program, there was a pivotal moment for me where we were at a class and one of the speakers were Andrew Chin from Alliance Bernstein, past award recipient of the Outstanding 50. He talked about his experience of not getting a certain promotion. And one mentor told him it's because he did not poke them in the eye. He explained, although you do good work, you have to make sure the work is known. You have to make sure people see it. And in the Asian culture, we're expected to do excellent work, but we're never expected to let people see it. That really stood out to me because it really made me change the approach of how I've been approaching my career. And this is why I am here today. By a simple 1-hour class by a previous award recipient of the top 50, it has changed a young professional's mindset. That's why I encourage all of you to consider implementing a mentoring program within your organization, such like YPLP, to harness these benefits and unlock the full potential of younger generation. I will leave here by saying, together, we can create a brighter future where mentorship is the cornerstone of success and where individuals and organizations can thrive. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
All right, I realize I am the barrier for you guys to get out and mingle and have a very wonderful evening tonight. So anyway, what a wonderful night. I love this event. It's always wonderful to see all the awardees. We have to give them a round of applause, as well as John and ABDC. 7 years ago, I got involved with AABDC, and what I was immediately struck by was the passion and commitment and impact that AABDC has on the community. AABDC brings our community together and allows us to spotlight the wonderful accomplishments that we jointly have, as well as individually. Last night, as a member of the awards committee, I had the privilege and honor to basically meet all of the wonderful awardees and learn about them. And what that really is important to me is this day-to-day, and hopefully you had the opportunity to meet someone new tonight and learn about them and find an inspiring leader. So as we close, I would ask you to celebrate all the awardees, celebrate your community, and bring the next generation along. And with that, good night and safe travels.